Hey everyone, welcome to the detailed walkthrough of the mechanic script. We actually already have a trailer video out, but with all the new updates, this video is going to be a much deeper dive. Everything you need to know will be right here. Let's jump straight in. First off, we need to create a shop, so I'm accessing the editor using the mechanic editor command. As you can see, there are quite a few tabs in the editor, but right now we're just going to focus on shop creation. We kick things off by hitting the Create Shop button. Here, you quickly configure 9 different settings to get your shop set up. From the placement mode section, you can choose exactly how the interaction will work. We've provided 3 different options for you to choose from. Once you're finished with all of that, you'll see a summary for the zones right on the screen. You can do your final checks here and wrap up the process. We hit the save button and just like that, the shop is successfully created. Now we just need to assign an owner to this shop. Next up is our tuning system. Here's exactly how the workflow goes. The customer modifies their car in the tuning menu, places the order and gets their invoice. Then that generated order is forwarded straight to the mechanic. Finally, the mechanic applies the order. Our absolute top priority for the tuning menu was pure ease of use. We designed it so you can reach any option you're looking for within just 3 seconds. Once you enter a category, you can navigate through the minimized options using your arrow keys or just by clicking around the menu. Pressing the spacebar lets you quickly search for a specific part or category. We made the camera system completely intuitive. It does exactly what your instincts expect it to do. You can move the camera anywhere at any time, zoom in and out, and get the perfect angle on whatever part of the vehicle you want to see. We put some special work into the respray menu. We actually managed to fit every possible paint type in the game into one single menu. Plus, if you don't want to mess with every single part individually, you can easily sync them all up. RGB painting, presets, different paint types, you've got full access to all of it. In our lights menu, you can customize your neon and xenon setups and permanently install them onto the vehicle. From the wheels menu, you can tweak 3 different settings for your tires. You can change the wheel width, the camber and the offset. You can even do this for each individual wheel if you want to get really precise. With the save feature, you can turn your custom tuning setup into a code and then share it with other players. When someone uses that code on the exact same vehicle, that tuning is applied automatically. Alright, let's place the order. Once we generate it, the order is added straight to the tablet, if you're using one, or directly to the order menu if you aren't. Now it's time for the mechanic to apply this order. We open up the order menu using the order menu command. As soon as we select the vehicle, we can view its current order. As you can see, the entire tuning order is listed right here. Now, all the mechanic has to do is click the apply button and it will install all the parts one by one. Now, let's move on to our mechanics only app on the tablet. With the Autoserve application, we're taking mechanic-customer communication to a whole different level. The app has separate menus for customers and for employees and mechanics owners. Customers can find mechanics where they can create orders, track their orders, and communicate with the mechanic right through this application. Mechanic employees, on the other hand, can view incoming orders and handle communication with customers. Plus, with the assembly system, order parts can be installed one by one in an organic flow without needing the order menu. The great thing about this is that normally the order menu requires you to be right next to the vehicle. However, when accessed via the tablet, even if the customer places the order and leaves, the mechanic can work on the vehicle and deliver it. You start the assembly system by clicking the Start Assembly button. Then you're teleported to an area with the vehicle and the crate. You need to take the parts individually from the crate and install them on the vehicle. You can also see the current status using the Check Progress option. When you click Finish Assembly, the order is completed and the customer can access their vehicle. Through the chat, you can send the invoice to the customer, send a photo to keep them informed about the current status, and stay in touch via messaging. Next up are the boss actions. Through the boss dashboard, you can view metrics and access the general summary. The orders listed in the incoming orders section are current orders. You can access the order details and start the assembly process from here. And if needed, you can reach out to the customer. In the employees section, you can hire a new worker, change their rank, and set a custom salary for them. The vault section is where you manage the balance. Depositing and withdrawing money is done from here. Also, all incoming and outgoing funds, including salaries, can be viewed right here. On the Work Queue page, employees can track current or completed orders in a Kanban view and take action. We prioritize the customizability of mechanics, making them positioned like real shops. So we've added detailed settings for shops. You can instantly change things like the shop name, upload a banner, or start a campaign. To upload a banner, you can use a URL or the tablet's gallery. The campaign you start will remain active for the designated duration and will be applied directly to the customer in their shopping cart. On the Services and Pricing screen, you can add your custom services and provide customers with price and duration information. In the hours and availability section, you can notify customers via the application about your shop's open hours and holidays. All shops created via the editor can be put up for sale by admins. If you want to sell them for in-game currency, you can use this option. That way, every player can view the shop on the Shops for Sale screen in Autoserve and purchase it by paying the price. Next up, we have Redline. Redline is an illegal mechanic platform accessible both through the tablet and at the mechanic shops themselves. If you own a tablet, you can access it by using a VPN. If you don't have a tablet, you can still open it via a command. Once you log in, you'll be greeted by two different views. But for now, I'm only going to show you the mechanic side. On the service requests page, if you're a customer, you can post an ad for the specific product or service you're looking for. Mechanics, on the other hand, can list the items they have available through the marketplace. All orders and deals are handled through burner chat. In burner chat, you can message and send images just like a regular chat app. But here, anonymity is the absolute priority. Now, the tuning tab is where the real action happens. Here you can see every illegal part you can install on a vehicle and check exactly which items are required. Engine upgrades, specialized tire types, drift kits, high-end brakes and even drivetrain conversions can all be done from here. The part you want to install appears in your hand as a prop and you manually install it onto the vehicle. The Analysis tab is where you inspect these illegal modifications. You select a vehicle and generate a full report. From there, you can strip the parts or make further adjustments to the car. In Redline, your anonymous profile matters. Over time, you'll earn a reputation, and with your customized profile, you can truly dominate the illegal mechanic scene. Of course, it's crucial that the police can also scan for these illegal parts. You can use the dedicated menu we built for this via a command, or by integrating it into your own police job. And just so you know, it's already natively integrated into Dusa Police.
We've worked hard to bring you every feature you could possibly need in Dusa Mechanic in the most comprehensive way possible. Now it's time for the remotes. Using the light remote, you can make real-time changes to your vehicle's neon and xenon lights. You can even play custom animations on them. And I want to emphasize that we have absolutely no synchronization issues. Everything stays perfectly in sync for all players. With the stance remote, we can adjust the suspension and camber settings on the fly. We didn't include width and offset changes here because honestly, doing that remotely wouldn't be very realistic. But you can handle the other settings without any issues. I have to say, messing with the suspension like this, it just looks so cool. Alright, let's jump into the admin side. We can pull up the editor using the mechanic editor command.
Once we're in the zones tab, you can get a bird's eye view of every single shop zone we've got running. If you head over to the lifts tab, that's where you manage all the car lifts for these shops. In the shop section, you'll see all your mechanic shops listed out. Just click those 3 dots to handle any quick actions you need. The marketplace is where it gets interesting. You can take any unowned shop and put it up for sale right there. And for the ad section, this is where you create the promotions that show up in the Autoserve app. The best part? If you ever need to tweak a specific area in the zones tab, you can just jump straight back into the mechanic shop wizard and make those changes on the fly. Now let's check out how all those editor tweaks actually look in game. First up, we have the repair NPC. This guy only steps in when there aren't any mechanics on duty. The repair takes about 2 minutes, so I'm gonna cancel it for now, but you get the idea. He's there to get you back on the road. The shop NPC we placed is this guy holding the box. You can access the mechanic shop through him. And here's the stash we set up. Since we chose the text UI interaction in the editor, we aren't using a target system here. You just walk up and access your storage like this. Moving on to the car lift. First, we attach the vehicle. Once it's locked in, you can use the remote to move the lift up and down. In a future update, we're actually adding a full vehicle servicing feature right here. Now we're at the heart of the operation, crafting. This is where the illegal mechanic side really comes to life. You can craft all your illegal parts here, and it's not just engine upgrades. You can also produce things like nitro and fake plates. As you can see, I've just crafted a V4 engine and a fake plate. I also gave myself some nitro just to show you how it works. First, let's install that V4 engine. Next, we're gonna swap our plate with this fake one. And finally, let's hook up the nitro to finish the build. Alright, everything's installed. The plate is swapped, nitro is ready, and the engine upgrade is live. When I hit the nitro, check out that effect. And right after that, the purge effect kicks in. Now, watch what happens when I use the fake plate remover. Boom, we're right back to our original license plate. Alright, that pretty much covers everything for the system overview. But before I go, there are a few final things I want to clear up. First off, let's clear the air on one thing. The tablet is not strictly required for this system, but it is highly recommended. The entire Autoserve ecosystem is built around the tablet. Even the Redline app can be accessed via commands if you don't have one, but honestly, we suggest using the tablet because all future features will be hosted right there. This mechanic system isn't a one and done project. We aren't just dropping it and moving on. We're committed to constant updates, and I can actually give you a little sneak peek at what's coming. We're adding a full stock management system for Autoserve, where orders will sync directly with your inventory. Vehicle servicing is on the way, meaning mileage will actually matter and require permanent maintenance. And we're overhauling the repair system, adding different repair types where rookies might actually have a chance to mess up the car if they aren't careful. This is just the start of a long journey. Dusa Mechanic is going to keep evolving every single day to stay the best in the game. Thanks for watching, you guys are awesome, catch you in the next one.